expecting your product to be in the market.
Question there, recipe or
Yeah, excuse me. For the valuable presentation. My question will be on iOS page, sir. The main problem we are facing today in our startup economy in India, ecosystem in India is the co-founder stage. Co-founder, choosing my co-founder. Like I'm going with some people to just launch my dream or just reach where I'm to be reached, right? So how do I just build a good relationship with the co-founders? And the second question is, this the share divide among the co-founders. Like, what is the safe limit? Like, I have seen that in Shark Tank India also. They target like if it is going 35% to 75% or 35% to 65%. One is owning 65%, one is owning 35%. So, what is the preferable as an investor of you three all? Like, what is the preferable percentage share dividend? Like, you divide the 100% into many percentages. What is your preferable one? And how many co-founders can be in your company? Like, reach international level or multinational companies. So I have to maintain that share level. So can you guide us? And I have a confusion in this company valuation calculation, because it is not the revenue that we are calculating, like 100,000 crore my valuation. So please expand it. Thank you so much.
Valuation will be different class. Valuation will be a different class. So there will be lots of debate discussion on that. So that will be our planning next.
Okay.
So now you need that
Co-founder.
co-founder.
Yeah.
So I use also give something, and I have something in my mind.
Yes, please, sir. Please, sir.
I'm going to adapt that. So I use just update.
See, like selecting the co-founder is a very crucial stage, a very crucial thing you need to have a great thought about. First of all, whether you need a co-founder or not. That is the first and foremost question. If you can solely do all the things, build up a team under the payroll, and they are capable of doing all the parts and parcel of the business, then you might not require any co-founder. Co-founder requirement is there when you are integrating couple of ideas or 3-4 ideas, and then you are making it into a business. Then you need a co-founder, yes. And regarding the sharing part, sharing, it depends on the involvement of that particular founder in the business. See, for example, there might be one founder who is looking into day-to-day operations, finance and everything, and there is another co-founder who is just looking into tech. So definitely the person who is only looking into tech, his sharing would be less than the person who is looking into the overall operations and managing finance, talking to VCs, compliances, everything. But at the same time, you have to also see whether the business is entirely dependent on that tech thing. So there are different factors. There is not a thumb rule or a written formula of sharing. So these are the factors you need to look into and see. Everything is, as sir also mentioned, that time you don't know what will happen after 5 minutes. So you have to take those decisions. You have to go based on your gut feeling.
Yeah, but sir, if I have 10 co-founders, then the investor may not like us. Like, so
Yes,
I need a safe number.
Safe is 2 to 3. 2 to 3 is a safe number. You say that too many minds spoil the thing.
Yeah.
So that also you have to look into now.
But sir, while starting up, I need a team, right? Like I can't do it alone if I'm doing a big team or developing an agriculture farm, for example. I need a lot of.
So there is a concept called ESOP. Okay. So ESOP concept I use maybe in the next time when we are going to discuss something on the cap table, because the first thing is that ideally 3 or max 5. That shall be the ideal size of a number of
5 is also for a very large.
very large. Then over the time you feel that you might gradually you need some expertise. Valuation of the company is going up, but at the same time you need some special level of expertise. But apart from that, there is an option called ESOP. So that has been created. There is a separate pool which is of around 10%, created where you feel that they are essential part of the business. But there will be a ESOP policy. If someone is there for 6 months and still he keep telling you that I am important component of your business, and after 6 months he left, then as per the policy he is not eligible to get that. So many of the such kind of resource person or maybe key professional you feel might be come under that category. So we can have a detailed discussion on that. But ideally 3 to 5, because if you look at the venture capital, really if you really want to get into the venture capital investment, ideally until you reach to Series A and already you have diluted 50% of your stack, then that become a bit not very attractive for the next round of investment. But at the same time, you should also think about why diluting your company. You might be having 99% stake in a company, but you have a valuation of 1 lakh of the company. Then what is the value of 99%? Even if you look at the Flipkart, how much they got? Around 4.5 or 5%. And what was the value of that 4.5? Is around 5,000 euro, right? So value creation is more important. So someone was telling me, as long as you are having 50% stake in the company, till 50% you have to put your maximum effort to create value in the company. But once you started diluting yourself gradually, more than 50%, then you have to think more about how you can get money from salary as a co-founder. Means your status, because by that time a new management will be coming. We are not experiencing that. Don't feel that if some big investors are coming to your company, they will allow you to run the company. They will be telling, boss, आपने बढ़िया सा business idea बनाया, you took it to this stage, and now we need a very different strategic kind of investor. You know about Shark? Yeah. So end of the day, he's out of the. Even if you look at Steve Jobs, he was thrown out from the company, right? But I'm not telling that is going to happen. But definitely, as a startup founder, we have to think more about value creation of the company rather than solely sticking on to the how much stake I'm having in a company. End of the day, value matters. But I'm not telling that when you are having only 1 lakh revenue, you already diluted your 50% stake. That should not be again.
Thank you very much, sir. So we'll take only last one more question from one or two.
Compliment ko na ba? Ano mo yung build out ng product ko? Ato yung experience lang ito ni wala kambiyo ba? Ato ka naman sa mga skill lang na marketing like training at like ato hindi compliment daw na productive what ka dito. Compliment daw na ato ka responsibility do. Kadong na ba ato ka